Mazuma TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I'm just chilling at the crib, just enjoying my day off. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. On the road to 2K, man. We about to hit that 1,900 mark in due time. So shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. All right, y'all. Let's talk about the biggest news that has been dropped in boxing lately. And according to the news, Jaron Ennis has signed a multi-fight deal with Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn in association with Boost Promotions, man. Before I get into this video, I just want to say congratulations to Jaron Ennis, personally one of my favorite fighters. And I'm hoping that this was the best move that he can make. And I really wish him the best in his career moving forward. Now, what I want to talk about is me giving three reasons why I feel like this is the best move that Jaron Ennis can make at this present moment, at this present time with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. Now, the first one I want to get into is activity. The first reason why I feel like this is the good move for Jaron Ennis in his career is because he will be able to fight often. Along with the great paydays that Eddie Hearn gives his fighters, he also has the dates, man. And I feel like one of the biggest problems that Jaron Ennis has been facing lately is his activity. The man has not fought since July of last year, and he has gone through some trials and tribulations trying to get fight dates and get possible opponents and stuff like that. And Eddie Hearn has been able to do so. Some of the top fighters that are with Matchroom Boxing fight at least 3 times a year. Anthony Joshua, most recently last year, I think he fought 3 times. Katie Taylor, who's a top guy, a top fighter in his stable, has fought 3 times in certain years. Bam Rodriguez, one of my favorite fighters as well, recently fought 3 times in 1 year. So this is a great thing to see. You know what I mean? I think this is exactly what Jaron Ennis needs to continue keeping his tools sharp and, just stay relevant in the sport of boxing. Activity not only, keeps your tools sharp and, keeps your body in check or whatever, but it also, maintains relevancy in the boxing world. You know what I mean? So I think that's exactly what he needs at this point in time. You know what I mean? Number 2, I think that Eddie Hearn has the people necessary behind him financially that can help get Jaron Ennis the fights that he's looking for. Now, one of the biggest people that you can really mention in all honesty is His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh. He does business with Eddie Hearn all the time. The Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou thing was something that Turki Al-Sheikh and Eddie Hearn had worked on together. And I'm sure that they still have a pretty decent relationship, have a great relationship. And I'm sure that Turki Al-Sheikh would love to do business with Jaron Ennis or have Jaron Ennis be on one of his big boxing cards in Saudi Arabia. Not only that, but there's also a rumor in the latest video that I had made not too long ago that Turki Al-Sheikh, according to the rumors, may be considering making his U.S. debut over here, which is why, he's been, talking with Terrence Crawford to try to get a world title fight between him and Israel Madrimov, or whatever his name is, a WBA champion at 154 pounds. If that's the case, and Turki Al-Sheikh actually follows through and makes his debut in the U.S., then we could definitely see Jaron Ennis in the mix as well, being that he's with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn and Turki Al-Sheikh seem to have a great business relationship. So that's number 2. So for 1, activity, which is something that Jaron Ennis definitely needs. 2, Eddie Hearn knowing the right people in the right places financially that can help push Jaron Ennis. And in all honesty, man, so I think the biggest reason why Jaron Ennis hasn't been able to get these meaningful fights against these big elite names is because of the bet. You know what I'm saying? They may feel like, the price tag that comes along with fighting Jaron Ennis isn't worth it, which is why they try to explore other options. You feel what I mean? So with Turki Al-Sheikh possibly helping out Jaron Ennis or, wanting to get him on cards and, putting the bread up, putting his money where his mouth is, it could definitely help shoot Jaron Ennis to the next level. And number 3, another reason why I think this is a great deal between Matchroom and Jaron Ennis is because it's a co-promotional deal. You know what I mean? This deal is a partnership, essentially. It is between Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn, along with Jaron Ennis and Boost Promotions. So it's great to see that Jaron Ennis isn't just going to be a fighter, but he's also going to be at the business table. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have a seat at the table, and it's going to really allow him to get an insight on what it's like to, be a businessman in the sport of boxing. And with it being an association with Boost Promotion, he'll be getting a bigger cut of the pie. So it's dope to see. You know what I'm saying? He'll get he'll have a little bit more bread in his pocket, which is something that we definitely want. We want these fighters to be compensated for what they sacrifice to the sport of boxing. Jaron Ennis has been devoting his entire life to the sport, and it's starting to pay off. And I think that with him being his own promoter, or at least having having part of the promotion in these fights, he'll be compensated pretty well for it. Not only that, but he also has a phenomenal talent in his stable. I think his name is his name is like Ish Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? I think it's it's not Israel. I think it's Ishmael Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what his name is, man, he's a phenomenal talent. And it would be dope to see him on that same platform, sharing the same undercard as Boots. Well, sharing the same card as Boots, man. It'll be absolutely phenomenal to see. And I think that he'll be a problem at the 140-pound division as well once he gets those opportunities. You know what I mean? So 3 big reasons why I believe Jaron Ennis signing with Matchroom is a great deal. I think the activity is definitely something Jaron Ennis needs at this point in time because, you know, he struggled to get opponents, you know what I mean, and struggled to get fight dates over at PBC, unfortunately. Number 2, you know, got some good. He might possibly have some people behind him that'll be willing to invest some big bags for him to get these meaningful fights. And with Jaron Ennis being a sensational talent, it's very possible that he could win those fights and catapult his, you know, stock to a whole new level. And then number 3, him being a co-promoter on these events, man. Him being able to sit down at the table and discuss these purses, you know what I mean, be a part of negotiations or whatever, and just get a bigger piece of the pie. So I'm definitely all for it, man. Those are my 3 reasons why I believe Jaron Ennis signing with Matchroom Boxing is the best move for his career at this point in time. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this here. This is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.